If you're offended, well, we do not apologise. If you can look at this with an open mind and not take life too seriously, then you may just come away well and truly entertained.
Never fear, Schumbeg is here, and today's guest is Suvi Eriksson, crime writer from Finland. This YouTube right now. It was this last year because I moved back up, and then I thought there's a lot of talent up this way. There's a lot of people. I don't know. It's just they didn't get found it, and I thought it'd be good to get all these people who are artists or writers or these creative people. I thought just get them on, and they got a platform to tell about themselves. And it's cool. It's cool he came on. Anyway, we're here in Caithness podcast, and today's guest is Suvi. She's a Finnish writer. No, she's not Finnish writer. She's a... How would you explain yourself before?
Yeah, I'm Finnish writer, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, means you're from Finland.
Yes.
And you're over here, in the north of Scotland for a writer's treat. Well, tell us about that. How did that happen?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it might be a long story.
That's
so
all good.
let's see how it goes.
Story.
Yeah. We can start from my birth because I when I was a small girl, my mother always said that because I was talking about Norway a lot, like talking about the coast and looking for pictures from Norway, and I was so excited about the scenery and everything, and my mother used to say that I might have been switched at the hospital to some kind of a Viking baby or something. And then I learned about Scotland, then I learned about Faroe Islands, and I spent a couple of months in Faroe Islands as well. I've been to Iceland and now to Scotland 15 times maybe.
15 times.
And then when I had a dream to write a book, and it sort of came more, the plan was play more concrete maybe 5 years ago. And then people kept telling me that if you want to write a book, you have to find something that you're enthusiastic about. You have to find something that you really like. Yeah. And then I kept thinking, okay, I could write about this theme and I could write this theme, but I really wanted to write something that happened in Scotland because I really enjoy the country and I feel home here.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, most people go and they mostly go to Edinburgh, Glasgow, and that sort of, but you went to the north of Scotland.
Yeah.
Where, again, if you love Vikings, like this is Viking country. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you got Orkney. I keep telling people if you come this far, you have to go Orkney.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Wick's got the same history as well.
Yeah. And it's sort of in my book. We can talk about the book later probably, but in my book that comes out in April, I sort of I have a theme of tourism a bit, and it's happening partly in Finland and partly in Kailaflokalsh and Skye.
Yeah.
And
I recognise the castle. I was like,
yeah. And then I kept reading about stories from local people because I'm in all sorts of local Facebook groups, and I kept reading about the sort of the hassle that tourists also have because of Outlander and Harry Potter and everything. And it happens that of course, even though local people, I can understand that it's a good thing that have tourists because it means money.
Yeah.
But then of course if they come a lot, then it means that maybe the nature, the people, when they would have summer, they would have to enjoy their country, then all the tourists are there, and
I get you, because like when I lived in Edinburgh, and we had a festival, and it's the biggest art festival in the world, and I used to be gardening because I'd be like, it's another hour onto my trip to get to work in the morning because all the tourists, and I'm like, I should be like taking this and thinking, well, this is on my doorstep.
Yeah.
You know, like you live it, you're gardening about it, and then when I moved away, I said, that on my doorstep. I could have went to this and that.
Yeah. So that's one theme in my book, actually, that it's I can understand it being, even though I'm a tourist myself when I visit here, but I can understand the sort of the feeling of not really enjoying that. Like when they come so many. Yeah.
I don't know if you're a tourist now. I've been here 15 times. You're basically a local.
Yeah. So when I now started to write my second book, then I was thinking, well, I need to be in Scotland, somewhere that is not really the castles and the romantic kind of thing. Or I wanted to see something normal, right? Something sort of normal Scottish.
Yeah.
So that's
I mean, the Caithness has got all the history, but it's not like Orkney's got her jewels out display.
Yeah.
And, like we kind of like, that's a bit of a castle area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even the king comes up in the summertime. He goes to like Highland Games, and people are like, all right. Nobody really.
Yeah. So that's why I'm here.
That's good.
Yeah.
What is it? I mean, where did the love of writing come from? And I mean, I know you kind of explained that a wee bit, but
I don't know if I think I have stories in my head all the time. Like I pick up small things. I follow people very I just love people watching. Watch people. I watch their what they do and see what they're thinking and the stories they tell. And then I sort of start to, when I have very vivid dreams, and I they come all the time. And so it was really like writing a book for me is sort of really just writing down everything that I have in my head. So that's been happening my whole life. But like previously, I thought that I'm not capable of writing a book. I thought that I'm not good enough, or I'm not good enough to sort of have that kind of long project, because it's also project management. It's like it's a horror to write a book, because you might have a story, but then how do you sort of endure the process of sitting and writing it down? So I didn't think I could do that.
No.
But then I I just decided that now it's time to.
How do you do it? Like I know, like stuff I do. Like I tell myself a bedtime story, and every night I maybe have the same story and then fill in bits, and that gets first it sends me to sleep, but in the same way, and I write it down. All right, what was that?
Oh. That's a story.
That's a story. Close to 10.
Yeah.
That's only for the blue screen there.
Yeah. Sure.
I tell myself a bedtime story, and then that fills in more and more, and then I write stuff down, and then I try to sew it together. Maybe I have different, roughly same theme, different stories. I don't know if do you do similar, or do you?
Yeah, it's sort of it happened. I found a character, like it's a crime novel, so it's a police officer, lady from Finland. So I sort of jumped into her life, and then I started to think that she has a quite similar background as I have. We can talk about that a bit later as well if you want. Then I just started to think that if this might happen, what would she do? If this might happen, what would she do? If there was a call from Scotland that a Finnish woman has found dead in Galaflokals or Aliadonna Castle, would she be interested in going there and help in the investigation? Yes, she would. And so then I started to sort of write these short bits, sort of live through her in a way. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. No, it's just funny how other people write. It's quite. I mean, you're here right now to do your second book, but your first book's coming out in. You said April.
April, yes.
April. Yeah. Means is this a follow on for your first book? Is it like a series,
yeah? This will be like a sequel.
Cool. Means how so far how you doing with your writing? You getting, is it coming back? You know, when you come back to Scotland, is it flowing more, or are you finding it?
Yeah, I'd say it's gone good, because when I wrote my first book, it was, of course, I didn't know anything about writing a book. I didn't know how to do it, how to manage the short bits, and how to bind it to a book. So when I came here, I tried to have it a bit different and plan it more. And then now I have a million post-its on a wall, and have the whole plot line thought out. And so I took some time for that. So maybe 5 days. I concentrated on that only when I arrived here about 10 days ago. And then I got into writing. So I have probably 22 pages now
really
written. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
gee.
Yeah.
You didn't hold back.
Yeah.
Pages.
Because then when it happens, then it can come. So like I usually write nights. I stay out. I nap during the day, and then I'm like the most I'm most efficient during the nights.
I think everybody who's creative's the same. Like
yeah. So then around 11 o'clock at night, then I sit in front of the computer, and then it can be 5 pages, can be 6 pages, might be 2 pages, but something. Always. Yeah.
Gee, that's a lot so far because you've only been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, less than 2 weeks. Yeah. I made I'm a very competitive person as well, so I have an aim to get to 20,000 words until my home trip. Yeah.
Gee,
so that's quite a lot. I don't know if I made that. But let's see.
You're doing a good start. Like, I mean, I looked at your artwork for your first book. I love the cover. I love like first it's Sky Castle, and then at first I thought it was a jellyfish, but it wasn't. It was a body in the water.
Yes, it's a body in the water.
I love that because it was like it tricked my eye for a second. I thought, who does your artwork, or do you come up with the idea?
Yeah, we talked with the graphic designer about it, and I told the sort of the overall what I would want it to be, and then he did that. So it's a graphic designer. Yeah. But I like that too because first time when I saw the first draft, I opened the mail that I got, and I got chills because it was so close to what I wanted. Because nice. I wanted to have like a bit of spooky. But then it was my colors as well. I really loved the colors.
It was purples and pinks a wee bit. I like that sort of.
Yeah. So that's how it starts. The whole thing. There's a Finnish woman who is found in the water, behind Island Donan Castle.
Okay.
So that's how it starts. The whole thing. Yeah.
I'm guessing you've been to Skye.
I've been to yeah.
It's funny. Like I used to work in Skye, and you couldn't work on a Sunday. Like, you wouldn't have it. They're like quite religious that way, or you couldn't go to a pub in Skye on Sunday.
Okay.
It was like really quite, and we were like, what? It means we were like, we might as well go home on the weekends, because you can't work. I thought that was weird. I thought I was like my dad's generation, but no, they're still like that over there.
Okay.
Same goes to Gaelic. I thought that was a bit of a culture shock's probably too far, but like a West Coast speaking in Gaelic and East Coast don't.
Yes.
I was staying well with women, and she spoke in Gaelic, but I love that.
But I think most local experience I've had in Skye was when I had to go to the hospital because I hurt my knee.
Okay.
When we were looking at the locations of my book.
Oh.
So I hurt my knee, and now it ended up in the book as well. So the
nice.
Police officer, she also hurt her knee, ankle. So she got to the hospital as well. So I think that most of the times when you go to Skye, you just don't really see local people there. That's a pity because it's so
I think because we're working like doing council houses. I mean, we're in like all the little bitties and but it was good. I enjoyed it. It's just realised go home on a Friday because you can't work. You can't go to the pub. Means
and it's very beautiful there.
It's lovely. It means because your character, your main character is based on you. How did that start? Was like, well, you're sort of saying you want to speak more about it. In the book.
It's something that I wanted to have because I knew that it's easiest to sort of try to find something that I'm familiar with and start with that. And then I used to have my mother had severe problems with addiction, with alcohol addiction, and she was very severely depressed, like a long time. Over 10 years of my life, I was pretty much her caretaker. I helped her a lot, and I wanted to sort of I wanted to write about that, but not in a way that you sort of how to call that, like write a really sad story about that, because there was a lot of good times, and I also see that some of the good things in me as well have developed because of my history with my mother. So I wanted to sort of have a bit of more like optimistic idea of writing what sort of things develop in us when we take care of the loved ones that have problems and struggle.
Yeah.
So Tuuli, who is the main character in the books, so she has quite similar background with her mom as well. Mom has passed away 2 years previous, before the book, and she's sort of just finding her own life again, living for herself, not for her mom. So that's sort of the backstory of my main character, and it's really close to mine. So my mom passed away in 2016, so it's a longer time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's quite like, not funny is not a word, but it's like therapy for you a wee bit, you know, like, because you're creating this world that it's a story, but as a main person is basically you're probably thinking over your past and making a character. So do you see it as therapy a wee bit? You know, like when you're writing, you know, when you're speaking about like what's the word? Your mom and your past. Do you see it as a bit of therapy when you're writing?
Yeah.
Wee bit, yeah,
and it's some people would say that it might you might think that it's not that nice to write about it, but for me it's because I think I think it's good to speak about it.
Of course, yeah.
It's so it's not that it's, how do you call that? Now I'm struggling to say it in English, but it's good to speak up and talk about these things, because I think usually when people they have loved ones, or they self are sort of struggling with addictions or depression or something, they might be ashamed of it, and they might not be able to or want to talk about it. So I think I do not want that. I think it's more it's good for us to speak about it and let it out in a way, because when my mom was still alive, I didn't talk about it, and I was ashamed of it, and I was sort of I wanted to keep it to myself, and I always thought that people would think that I'm why do you talk about that all the time? So I kept it for myself a lot, and I think that it was not a good idea. No. So nowadays I just think that it's good to be open about it and talk about it. Yeah,
you're probably texting your mom as well, because your loved one need a judgment or you know, because but no, I think it's a brilliant thing, and I think like you say, that's where best stories come from, is from truth, and it goes off. I mean, you know, you got a fantasy part of like being a detective, but it comes from a truthful place. Like, not for that. Well, with your book, would it be in English?
No, it's in Finnish, but hopefully in English someday. Hopefully, yeah. But I'll need an agent for that. So it will be published in Finnish now. So nice. That's the first step.
That's where I totally forgot last night, and I was like, right, I need to think of stuff right, and I went on your website, and then it's all in Finnish. I was like, oh well, game over.
So yeah. That's
pictures.
But it might be different language.
To
try to read. So
Means for people watching, you speak 3 different languages, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Or a bit of German as well, a bit of everything, but mainly like Finnish is my own language, and then I speak Swedish at home with my partner, and I write in Finnish, but English is my third language. It used to be a lot stronger, but nowadays, because I don't work with English that much anymore, so it's sort of I feel that
honestly, it's embarrassing for like us. I don't know anybody who knows a second language. We learn French in school, but it just goes right out the window because you didn't use it. It's pretty bad, because you think the rest of Europe, that's their second language is English, and it's like, we should be jumping on a bandwagon and learn something.
But if there might be some Swedish words that come out. So I'm sorry for that.
That's all good. Means what is it? Means Scotland. You kind of did explain like why it was based in Scotland, but anymore like is this because you just love Scotland and Vikings, and was that just the reason why you based it in Scotland? Or?
I was thinking when people told me that that okay, it's good to pick a place that you love, that you want to write, because you need to spend a lot of time researching and everything. So it's better pick a place that you love. So I picked Scotland, and then I started to sort of think, okay, in Scotland you have many places to choose from. So then I kept coming to this tourism theme. So then I was leaning towards Skye, and then then I was thinking, okay, what would happen if a Finnish person would die during her trip in Scotland? And then I was quite intrigued about that, because I didn't know what would happen if a Finnish person would die, or who would be sort of involved. Would Finnish police officers be involved in any way? Yeah. So then I started to sort of, I picked on that. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's a good way.
Yeah.
If I guess like Scotland's like, I don't know, they're known for crime writing. Because like my partner, we went into bloody Scotland.
She told me.
Yeah. It means I never knew, like, we were what's his name? Oh, it's going to come annoying. It's not Howard Marks, who writes Rebissa. I'll come back to me probably later on the night.
Yeah.
But I never knew how big a platform like in Scotland for crime writing, and it's called Tartan Noir.
Yes. I learned that too. I learned that.
Means did that come as well? Going, oh wait, Scotland's got an actual, because like your book's probably gonna sell over here because it's murder. I think so.
Let's see.
Crime, I might say. Means how did you get like with your writing? How did you get involved in crime writing instead of like fantasy or?
Yeah, I could have written something sort of factual about the struggle with addictions and that too, or write something really like a romantic chick lit kind of book, or maybe even for younger people, for children maybe. But I've always read a lot crime novels. I started with Nancy Drew. Is it Nancy Drew? It's Neiti Etsivä in Finnish.
Okay.
Nancy Drew books for younger people. And then I sort of just I read a lot of crime novels previously, and then I had a pause. I think quite a long time I didn't read at all. I don't know why. But then I started picking up, and I read a lot myself, like crime novels as well.
Right.
So I think that was the best genre to pick for my sort of what I wanted to say. And it was I think it was as I said, I didn't want to write a sad story about addictions and your loved ones having addictions. I wanted to write a story about something else and have it as a backstory and sort of have a way to
express it.
Yeah. In a maybe that it's not so straightforward. It's between the lines, the feelings and the effects that it has. So maybe I thought that maybe crime novel would be the best sort of way to do that.
Definitely, because like probably like with your upbringing, you're probably really good at reading people. I don't know, maybe not. I'm just guessing, like, you know, like when people went through a certain lifestyle, they're good at picking up on, you know, you probably could pick up on people's addictions more quicker, or depression probably. Is this, and you get other people who went to uni, they're really clever, they read a book, but they're just not good when it comes to this. So, you know, like I don't know. It's that's just my opinion.
Yes, true. Yeah.
Means I could see why you picked the character as like being a policewoman or a detective, because like they probably could pick up. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and I wanted to write about of course I wanted to write about strong female characters as well. The character or lady who dies in I've had feedback that it was so, why did you murder her, because she was such a nice character. But I wanted to write of people who are after their dreams, because this the young lady who dies at the castle, she's how do you call that? Someone who sketches dresses and like a fashion designer. A fashion designer. Yeah. So she's studying to be a fashion designer.
Okay.
she's following her dreams, and she is living on Skye because Alexander McQueen's family comes from Isle of Skye, and he's buried there as well. So she's a fan, and she went to Skye to sort of find her own language and following her dreams. And then Tuuli, the main character, the policewoman from Finland, as I said, she was just finding her own voice and her own dreams and following her own path after her mother had passed away. So it's that's one theme of the book of being courageous and finding your own dream and what you really want to do. Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't go that well for it. Yeah, ending up in the water. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. What else have we got here? Means goals then. Is there certain goals you're like, oh, if I get that would be it. You know, that's been a dream of mine for a long time.
Yeah. This has been that, and then I don't have any. But at first, I was really specific of not having a goal of publishing. Okay. My goal was to finish my book. Right, I was really specific for that because I need to, because I'm not that how to call that. I'm not a project manager. I'm not a really organized person. So for me, it was important to have like a small goals. Like first that I could 20 pages. Now I have 40. Now I have 80. Oh, now it's 150. And then my goal was to have a finished book, and not to publish it. Then it was a different kind of goal for me. And then when I finished my book, then it was okay. Now I'll try to get it published. And then when it was approved, then I was like, oh, it was not something that I really could have thought of. As I said at the beginning, I didn't think that I could do that.
Yeah,
I didn't think. So it was it was very important to not aim too high in the beginning. Yeah,
I like the way you're thinking, because it's just like small goals and it does build up to a massive goal. You know, like it's a good way, because I think people get disheartened when it's like, oh, that's it. But you know, you're just like, oh, just do it. And then I like that.
Yeah, and I really know my difficulties are in the project management side. It's not the sort of the creative writing, as I said. I have the stories; they are in there. But my problems come with the project management.
Yeah, you're creative. Actually, everybody honestly like even with me with a normal job, like Sean, you done this yesterday? My head's in thinking about something else.
But I found a way, because and I thought, well, I know myself quite well, so I thought, well, this is my problem. I have to solve it. So then I found a course, it was called a masterclass. It's mestarikurssi in Finnish. Yeah, so it was a masterclass for writing, creative writing. It was one of the universities in Finland. They have a sort of this association that organizes this sort of creative writing masterclass. So I attended that in 24. It was 7 months, 8 months probably. So it gave me the structure. So if when I attended the course, there was a deadline that before this day you have to send what you have, and the other people will read it, and then you get feedback. And so it was pretty much the shame that I would have had if I didn't have it. So that works for me. I'm a competitive person, and if it's a competition or if it's a deadline that someone else gives me, that works for me. So because I knew that was not going to be my best part, so then I took this course, and it helped me a lot to get the book ready. Yeah.
I guaranteed you're one of them people who, like, you wait till a deadline, like 2 days before or a day before, and you're just up all night.
Yeah.
Exactly the same as my cousin. Even my partner's the same. You had a full month to do this.
Yes. That's me. That's me. Yeah. So when it's two days before deadline, then I work like crazy. Like it's like I can write. I used to when I because this course it had, in the end, we had a possibility to meet with the publisher, and then she read all of our manuscripts, and of course I wanted it to be good for her to read. So I had the last week before the deadline, I took off from work, and I went to a cottage, and I worked 1 week, like I think probably 15 hours per day with a text. some new text and edited the previous one. So it was just, and then after that I was like, okay, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it for a while. Yeah. But that works for me.
Yeah, like, no, fair enough. Means even because like, do you do like story memory boards and have like little? Do you just take your phone and go, right, I'm putting that in the room and not even going to look at my phone, because that's distracting. I doom scroller.
Yeah, you know? yeah, I do that. Yeah. But it's probably I have my own tactics to sort of, I do my own little really ridiculous things that when I sort of move to the writer part of my life. So I need to go out for a moment. I need to go for like 10, 15 minutes walk outside. Then I come in and I take some music. Now it's Rebel Yell from Billy Idol.
Yeah.
So I listen to that and I dance like nobody's watching. Like really get the energy levels up. Yeah. And then I sit before the computer and then I take a short sort of concentration video from YouTube that helps me to sort of concentrate the energy levels that I achieved, to concentrate on the text and not on my phone or anything else. So this is something that I need to do. That I really that I sort of move my brain to sort of that. Okay, the only thing that you will think now is that. Yeah. That's it.
No, it's funny because like the guy who wrote Trainspotting, he says he does the characters and he always listens to their type of music, what he thinks they would listen to, and that gives him a character. And reminds him of back. Yeah. You know, like mates who you knew years ago. Yeah. That's,
and it's sort of like cheating your brain to get into the mood, and it's sort of. And I think some people are really organized and they don't need that. They don't need that. They could just sit in the computer and they just write. But I'm not the person, so I need to trick myself in any possible way to.
Well, it works for you. I mean, that's good.
Yeah, whatever works. Yeah. It
means right with the publishing, like, because there's 3 different ways to publish, or ones I can think of. And it has changed. I think, like, because you used to do self-publishing, where you used to pay so much money till get your book published, and then now I would say you used to do Kindle, and then if it works well on Kindle and you can do it, Amazon would take it and they put it in different platforms. And then you get an agent. Like how what way did you go down, or was there a certain way?
Yeah, quite traditional way. Okay. So it was I thought of I sent the manuscript to first maybe 4 of the biggest ones in publishers in Finland, and then after a while some of the smaller ones, and I got a deal from that. So that's how it went for me. So, but I'm really aware of the new platforms as well. This was something that I thought I first try, and then if it doesn't work, so then maybe try something else. But I have many people I know who sort of use this different kind of platforms. And it's like it's fantastic that you can do that nowadays. So
it's changed, like in the space of 15 years. I knew people self-published and they had to pay like hundreds or a good nearly thousands to get it published, and then now it's like, well, Amazon takes it if it's an ebook, and if it does well, then it comes paperback. But with that you keep your own rights. I mean, the only thing where I had a problem with was my spelling. They're like, we didn't like this. It's like it's Scottish slang. You're like, we just didn't know what he does. His head. But I had to like tweak that and change bits. But apart from that, it was spelling. I was like, because I'm dyslexic, I was like, that's the whole point. It's meant to be spelt wrong a wee bit. Anyway, but I know, like, what is it? My partner, she's going through like the old school way. And she finds, because it's a publisher and then as a agent, and then it's like, I think it's like, what is it, a year or something?
Yes.
And you get so much money. And then tweak this, change that, and that's it. Gee, I don't know. I just think I was just,
It's terrible, because I used to say that I'm the second most impatient person in the world. My brother is the most impatient one, so it's been really a struggle for me as well. Because when I wrote the paper, like the deal, we decided to deal with publisher last summer. I mean, summer 25.
Mhm.
Yeah, summer 25, and then it's not even that long period. It was from June 25, and the book will come out in April. So it's
9
not
months?
that long,
No.
but in the publishing world, but it's definitely too long for me. But so it's terrible. Like I couldn't really. For me, it would be like if you write your name in the paper, then next week out. Thank you. So yeah. But then it sort of it was another period of working with the text. Then after the agreement with the publisher, so I worked quite a lot after that, even with the text. So I think it was ready to be sort of checked for mistakes and everything in I think in October or beginning of November, maybe. Yeah, so it was quite a lot of work even after that.
Yeah. What about like? You must find this hard because it is. It's like it's your love and it's your story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And did you find it hard when the publisher can you take this and change that?
Yeah. I was thinking that I beforehand. I had two main concerns. One of them was the cover, what we talked about as well. So, and the next one was if she would say that the things that I most like in the text, that she would say that this has to be changed. But it didn't happen. There were, I think, like most of the points that she had for the text were really on point and really like yes, I can see that. I can see that. So I think we agreed 90%.
Yeah,
and even in those cases that I didn't really see the point, I could tell why she had the point. So it was much easier than I thought.
Yeah,
I
think when it comes to something you love,
it
would be harder. It was,
yes, but it was also from the beginning of the whole process. As I said, I took this masterclass, and I had two really, really, really good people in my group who we shared the text all the time and got feedback from. So it was to start with dealing with the feedback early on, and it was really difficult in the beginning. Like when someone says that, well, this doesn't work, and why would she do that, and why would she go there? And I was like write it yourself. But I was like, okay, well.
You sound like me because it's like because like my part, we went to this thing and it's like a big circle, and she was reading their first parts of her book, and people had to give it feedback. Not absolutely slate it, but like change this. And I thought I couldn't do it. Like because like if I do something and like I already think it's rubbish, already in my head this is shite. And then if somebody went and said a little bit, I said, yeah, you're right. Why do I bother?
Let's throw the whole thing in the bin.
I'm bad for it. I'm like, I'm finished.
yeah. But it's sort of I told somewhere during the process I think I wrote it somewhere as well that you need to sort of find a level, like a good balance between the thing that you love your text, because you need to like it to be able to sort of carry on with the thing. That like you need to sort of, okay, I like it this much that I put my time into this, but then you also need to hate it enough to be able to change it if you get feedback. So it's sort of finding a balance with that, and it was not easy. It was not easy because many times it's like, and then because it has been my first time, so it's really interesting to see how it goes. Like now when I got the you get the print home and you see the pages like they would see in the book. So I got it in 2 envelopes home, and I went through it right after Christmas. So then when I read the whole book, and I was like, this is just rubbish. I don't want it to be published. I hate it. I like the things that I really loved in the book. I thought, well, this is childish and this is stupid and this is oh my goodness. And then I wrote to my publisher and I said that no, we can't do this. Like I really hate it. And then she said, like, this happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Like when they see the end product in the way, so that
because it's a vulnerability. Yeah, you're putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And then like I know exactly feeling you're on a book, because I was feeling sick. I was oh no. And I thought it's all or nothing, because it was written in my handwriting. And I used to like hide it. And then I was like, Mum's like, it's all or nothing. You either put it, and then people are like relating to it. You know, like no, like the disabled feelings, certain feelings. And I was like, that's okay because I used to hide that. Totally get what you're on about.
It's terrible, but but it was good to me to hear that I'm not the only one that it happens. So a friend of mine will give out her book next. Well, she will have the party of the new book next Friday, and I asked her how does she feel about it now, and she was like, no.
I don't think it gets easier. Even podcasts. It's like every time I do a podcast, I was like, I don't know why I bother. It's like that person, you know, it's really good, but and I'm sitting there going, my mind just went blank here. And then I watch it and I'm like, oh, it's actually
it's terrible. And then you start to think that okay, maybe someone will like it. Not all of them will like it. Like I'm sure that there will be people who don't like it, and they will pick all the like. Of course, the crime novels have sort of one group of readers who pick all the problems and all the mistakes, like all the small mistakes that this couldn't happen in real life. Like, okay, I know that because but I think, well, you might have opinions about Dan Brown. I don't know. People know who Dan Brown is, and people know what Da Vinci Code is. But he always told that if you write only the things that are possible, it's going to be quite boring. The book will be quite boring. So I think well, at least one thing is a bit problematic because, as I said, if a Finnish person would die in Scotland, what would happen? It would not be the first thing that would happen that a Finnish policewoman would travel to Scotland to assist in the investigation. But that was one thing that I wanted to write. So that was.
But I think it's like 80-90% of people is not going to know it. I mean, it's only going to be these little people who are tweaking it. But I think a lot of that's jealousy. Just somebody has to, like, you know, think of your work and be a bit jealous and go, I don't know, like I would not work. Because I know, like it was, what is it, a video I did, and it went out, and it was Marmite. People either loved it or hate it, and I was like, I was hating it because I was just seeing little snippets of people hating it. And I was like, oh my god, I think everybody. It wasn't. It was just, but it worked good because it was people talking about it. It would be worse if nobody spoke about it.
We'll see. So but it's something that I of course acknowledge that it's not, it wouldn't happen in a normal case. But I thought that okay, maybe they would think that because the girl that died in Scotland, she had communication with Finnish people, and she had maybe guests from Finland to visit, and so the investigation would still have to have some Finnish connection and some connections to police in Finland. And then in my book, it also then happens that they find people, or one person at least, who dies in Finland, and it has a connection to this. So they sort of connect. So but they don't know that in the beginning. So
but it's like I don't know if you ever know this TV show. It's called Shetland over here.
I
do you know it? Amount of murders is in a little. That's what I'm saying. When watching it, it's just like Taggart, but it's in this little place. It means I wouldn't worry if it's not quite.
And it would be probably quite boring to sort of write, because I don't think that the police work is that interesting usually. So it's okay to.
It's funny because I knew, like, it was a friend, and his partner was sort of CSI, you know, like, and I said, tell me stories. Like, can I tell you this? Can I tell you that? Like, I would really want to pick your brains and know all what's happens behind the scenes, like that. I mean, has there been any bad times so far with your writing, or has it been all?
Usually it has to do with the fact that something that doesn't really. The text doesn't really flow, or I had that during the summer 24 when I had the masterclass, and of course the summer period when I had vacation from work, it was the best time to write. Like, okay, when you don't have to work, then concentrate on writing, and it didn't happen. It didn't really happen. I couldn't So then I was struggling because I think that well, it doesn't work. I went to my old thinking of I couldn't do this, and then after summer I sort of think, okay, well, it started to roll again. So it's sort of the bad times have had to do with the fact that I'm not able to do this because the text doesn't come like naturally, and it happens, and it's just sort of then you have to just think that okay, not today, maybe not tomorrow. As I said yesterday, I heard not so nice news from Finland because my cat is sick. So yesterday I couldn't write. So that's it. And then it's better to sort of just deal with it and decide that I won't even try.
No.
So it's easier it's easier to do that and then to just to sort of like
push on. That's like because as every writer gets, writer's block. And I was quite good when we're in a script. It was like all these creative people, and they said sometimes they go back for years. And I'm like, and I'm like, oh, it's not just me. It's like I love art and stuff, but sometimes I just didn't have it in me, and I'm like, nah, it's not here anymore. I'm doodling, but it's not really. And so it's like, oh, I mean, you be same, man.
I think everyone is, but like people who are just who have published years and years and are very good at it, so they might just sort of it becomes a habit in a way that you sort of you don't struggle in a way that we do. we are like beginners, but I don't know. I think everyone who does like any sort of creative work, this is one thing that they struggle with, and then the other one is the feedback part.
Oh, of course, yeah. But it's even like sticking your head outside the box. I think that's the scary part. Because since I moved back up to a small town, and always, I don't know, because like nobody's speaking about you, but you always think people are like going, oh, what's he doing? If you do something a bit different. It's like when I was in the city, it's like I never had that fear. I have more fear now.
Yeah.
Anyway, it means you got to bad times, but at good times. It must have been a few good times so far.
Yeah.
Because you're over here.
Yeah, it's always it's a really nice feeling to have something to be able to write, and when you finish a chapter, when you sort of as I started maybe on Tuesday when I started to write, I thought that I will have ready chapters 5, 6, and 7 before I stop, and then I went over that and I wrote 8 and 9, and then one chapter to the sort of the end of the book. So I was really happy about it. I was really, and then I usually when I stop writing, as I said, I write during the nights usually. So when I stopped writing, I think it was 5 a.m. or something. So then I had a post-it sticker. Then I wrote yes, like a really big, and then exclamation marks, and then I left it on the table because then when I woke up in the morning, I remembered like the feeling that I had managed to do what I wanted to do and even more.
Oh, good.
So it's a good thing to remember that the next time, because when you come back to the desk then next morning, so you might be like, today is the same thing. So it's a good thing to have a good
That's cool. Like I mean, you got a day job, like do you? Means even that's must be a struggle because you're holding on to a normal 9 to 5, and then you've got to do this. This is a job in itself.
Yeah, and that's something that I would be happy to speak about more, because I think from my point of view, my employer has been really supportive for this. And now I'm able to this year be 2 months away from my job, like this month, and then next month, another month in probably in September or August or October, and they have been really supportive and really. But I work for Career Services for an associate, like a labor market association. It's an association for business school graduates in Finland. So I have a team of career coaches who coach people to achieve their goals in working life. So after I started this job 2020, I think it has helped me to sort of myself also get into my sort of to be more concrete with my dreams as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do this all the time. We help our members to achieve their goals and their dreams, and to talk about their dreams and say out loud what they want to achieve. So it's really it sort of supports the whole thing, the writing. And my team with career coaches, they're really supportive for me to
It's funny how you went into that type of job. It was like helping people. Must have came from like your natural instinct is to like
So it's a good thing to have other dreams as well. Not only talk about like the business, the everyday 9 to 5 job. You can have other dreams as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, people have other dreams as well, but they might struggle to be able to do something about it because they just work. So for me, it has always been about how to divide my time between, because I love my job and I really want to be good at it as well. So it's it's just sort of finding the time to all sorts of different kind of goals in life.
It's funny because it was a lockdown. I think it was the best thing what happened to me. I was working, got fired. I was depressed for about 2 weeks, and then the whole world went into lockdown. Like, y'all came to my level. I had time to do all the creative stuff I was wanting to do. But if I never, it would be a struggle like trying to balance the two. But I was quite chuffed. I had in my head, this is what I'm going to do. When other people never knew when lockdown happened.
I started with this job that I do now as I'm a director for the career services. So I started it 2 weeks before the lockdown.
Okay.
So it was quite a struggle because my first time to be how do you call that, the employers how do you call that, the boss the boss for a team. It was my first time to be that. So it was quite a struggle to sort of have a new team of people in the middle of the lockdown and try to like use Teams and everything, not be able to meet them really. So it was quite a struggle. So it took some time, of course, but
Oh well. I think we've fared through all of this. Is there anything I've been missing it? Like, just because I couldn't look you up last night means I'm probably missing out a lot of things.
You need to learn Finnish first.
Yeah.
And then,
What's the difference? Like, do you find a different culture a lot from Scotland compared to Finnish, or is it quite similar?
I see a lot of similarities. I think people are. I think people here are more open to speak with strangers. I don't know if you know the common thing about Finns. We usually don't. We have a lockdown and having gap between people. It's a good thing for Finn, but I think a lot of similarities between Finns and Scottish people, and also the way that you can speak with some strangers in the street about weather, because it's something that you do in Finland all the time. And today, when I got to a train from Thurso to Vik, there were 2 ladies who approached me at the station in Thurso and said, "Oh, it's so cold here in today." So it was something that could happen in Finland as well.
That's funny. Just sort of similarities. I just thought was it much a different thing. Anyway, am I missing anything out? Is there anything you really want to speak about, or? I'll sit there and have a cup of tea. So like I can edit this bit.
Yeah.
What worst is with me is like I'm dyslexic. Like and the thing is, just like I look up people, but in I just never clicked till you last night. And I was like, that's right, actually sniggered.
I read an article about this. Your way of I think it was fantastic the way that it was an article from the symbols. It was fantastic. Very interesting to read.
Because I was only because like in high school, I don't know if it's changed that much now. Like people say it's totally different, but it's like they labelled you. Is that all right? You're dyslexic or whatever. But I just got put in a class by myself, because I just thought I was a troublemaker, and then I was like, I was what to write stories means I used to just put these symbols at the top, and then I got my mom or somebody else to rewrite it out for me, and then years later it was just a box of stories, and the lockdown happened.
Yeah, but it was for me it sounded like a way to sort of come over the the obstacle that you had. Like you found your own way to do that. I think it's fantastic too. Yeah.
With me, it was just it was literally this with. I thought if I just get a book, I don't care if people buy it or not. Means and it was just a sort of thing going well till school a wee bit. Means I wrote free stories. I mean, free books. Like, but it was again one of it was to do with crime. I thought I'd jump into that a wee bit. It was more in the sort of cheeky chappy gangster sort of stuff. When you say it's not realistic, I'm sure mine's is not, but it was good fun, like that.
Yeah, but I love libraries. They have been always my sort of a safe haven. In Finnish libraries, like if there is one thing that would get me to barricades, sort of to have a strike or whatever and shout in the streets, that would be if someone would sort of want to do something bad to Finnish libraries, because it's always been to me. But I wanted to. My family was never like a reading family in a way, so we didn't have that many books home. But I think I more or less lived in a local library, and I remember the number that I used to loan books. It was 4373 was my number. So I was I sat in the library. I read there, and my dad helped me to learn to read really young. I was probably 5 years old when I learned how to read and write. So when I started school, everyone else didn't know how to read and write. So I didn't have anything to do when they tried to read and write. So I got to go to library and I read books, and so I really loved libraries, and I think it's a fantastic way to all the people have a chance to get books in their hands and to read and to read stories and to learn for themselves as well. Like, how do I react to these stories? You learn all the things about yourself as well. Yeah,
it's weird because because me, I couldn't read and write. Like when I was younger, I always caught myself in a bookshop. I always just loved looking at books and you know, paging. My mum always goes, "Oh, sure, I shouldn't have been in a bookshop." And it was weird. I couldn't read it. I just loved. It was all these stories there.
It
was a bit like a video shop to me. But no, you've been to Edinburgh.
Yes, I've been to Edinburgh.
You've been to the main library in there.
Yes, I've been to. Yes,
I used to work there. But it's amazing. I've been several times.
I went to Thurso Library the second day. I got to Thurso, and I got to speak with the people who work there. It was really great. They showed me around, and it's really lovely.
A shame. Wick had a really good one, and then they closed it down, and they moved it up to the high school, and it's not a library.
Okay.
And they ruined it because it was a really nice library. But I don't know why did council done that.
Yeah. But it's and then I've said that now that my book comes out, I would love to visit libraries and talk about books, like overall, like talking about books and reading and stories, not only about my book. So it would be really lovely to do that.
You see, when your book comes out, are you going to do like a wee tour, or are you going to come back to Scotland and?
I don't know. And as I said, if I say publisher, it's now my publisher takes care of the publishing in Finnish. Then if you want to do something international or even to translate in Swedish, because we have two languages in Finland, two official languages. Swedish is our official language as well. So if you want to do that, so then you sort of need to find an agent to publish it in a different language. So if I want to give it out in English, so then I would probably.
Actually, it's just stuff I never knew.
So it might work differently in different countries, but I would say that of course I could try to give it out in like in different platforms, as we talked about in English as well. So it's not a problem that either. But
Because I know I listened to audiobooks. I stopped doing it this last wee while because my concentrations just went really silly. I don't know, but sometimes I used to get right into a book and I just could not get into it this last while. But it's audio is alright at times. Some people hate it. My partner hates it. She can't do it. But my concentration's so bad right now. I mean, I can't concentrate on a book.
I nowadays at first when I tried some audiobooks, I couldn't concentrate on listening. Then I found out that I can do that when I'm outside or making breakfast or sitting on a train or that. So I read listen to audiobooks as well. So but it's another story about how now that of course I didn't know that previously, but the writers really don't get that much money of the audiobooks, of the listening of audiobooks. So that's at least in Finland, that's quite a big discussion going on at the moment, that because the audiobooks have gone quite big now lately. So and definitely for crime novels. So people really listen a lot crime novels, audiobooks.
Because I thought because audio is like a new thing, I think, since because people are on their way to work and it's like you say that, it's a bit rubbish. To get paid.
So it's definitely it's something that could change probably in the future, because of course the publishing business, it doesn't really follow that quickly, and of course there might be different kinds of opinions of that. So
But to say the same goes to like certain things like I done, and the company takes such a you're like, oh, I'm on this platform, like a really good platform, and it's like I go and they take such a big cut from it, and you're like, people think you're making pop star wages. Like, nope, because you're on these levels.
New things that maybe they take time to adjust to the thing.
But even like there was a couple of films I did, and I got them on streaming platforms, and I tried to do it with film festivals, and they wouldn't take it. It's like they're old school. It's like, no, it's already on a platform, streaming platform. We're not going to take it. And it's like, well, streaming's the way forward now. It's like I think they took a few years to jump onto that. I think it's changed now, but like 4 years ago, they're just not having it.
So we might see some changes
hopefully,
in the future.
I mean, I think this is just my opinion. Everybody, all the women in my family love crime stories. There's this, it's just like my nana used to go around hers, it would be crime stories. My mom's the same. It's like, I thought it was a women thing. They just love crime stories.
It's an interesting thing, because I think women are more active in reading crime, and I think it has to do with true crime thing as well. So when true crime became a bigger thing, and women started to listen to that, and so then they sort of combine it with crime as well. So it's sort of a crime fiction and true crime are sort of a package for women. And then I think when women started to read more crime novels, they also started to write more crime novels. So it sort of goes hand in hand. I think at least in Finland, we didn't have that many female crime writers before, like in the 90s or something. And then of course we had that, but not that much. But now you get all sorts of beginners to try in the crime series. So it's it's something that women sort of own the area.
Definitely.
It's a different. It's I don't understand it, but
it's weird because it's like I go to my mum's house, and she's got like she'd be lying in her bed and she'd have her phone, and it would be true crime. And it's like, what sends her off to sleep?
Yeah.
My nana was the same. She was like, before her bed, she'd be watching like some gruesome true crime story. And I'd be like,
I heard an explanation for this, that maybe females who are, or they might be more afraid of the real thing, like going out and really be afraid in the streets. But when you listen to it, true crime or fiction, then you have a safe spot for it. Like when you read a book, a crime novel usually ends well. Like usually, like there's hope in the end, and it's the bad guys get it. So it's sort of it's a safe way to sort of handle these things. I don't know.
You're probably right.
So it's a more in control of the whole thing. Like
So I always thought, is it because men, it's not like it's in their instinct, but they're more aggressive? Is that why they lean away from it? And women are meant to be more caring. They lean into it, and it's just
it's weird. And I when I wrote the first book, which comes out now in April, the themes and the ways that people conduct there is more it has to do more with what we have here and do in an instinct.
Okay.
So, and then in the next book that I write now, I wanted to study more of a maybe technical things like firearms.
All right.
So I don't have that much knowledge about that,
No.
but I wanted to sort of challenge myself a bit to sort of study something that that would need, the person who does a crime would need some planning,
Yeah.
because in the first one it's more of doing like this. Yeah. So I really wanted to sort of push myself to try something different. And it begins, the whole thing begins on the fourth bridge, which I really love. I think it's a fantastic construction. We were in September, we were up to the bridge. We were here in Scotland, and it was like a Bernarders. It's some sort of, what's the word in English? A charity day or something.
Okay,
like they collect money for charity.
Yeah.
So they open the platform up on the bridge. So
in Skye.
No, on the fourth bridge.
Fourth bridge.
So we went up there, and it will have the book. The second book will start.
Fourth bridge.
So it's going to have. So it's more of a technical theme. Yeah.
Means because like if our first book, is like you said, it's just instinct. This killer happened.
Mm-hmm.
Means and then the second book's going to be more like a serial killer where it's planned out, or
maybe not. I'm not that into serial, but you could say it's leaning towards more that sort of
like planning.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then I was planning to write a third one, which would probably happen on a ferry, because I would want to include like a how do you call that, like a closed so that it's just a few people who would be able to sort of be there.
You just I think you stole my what is it, girlfriend's idea. She was on about, she goes, I always fancied doing a crime novel on a ferry, and it's someday in that ferry. Means people can't trust.
So we have to speak with her that we don't sort of overlap too much. But I would think it's really interesting to sort of write that kind of story, because it's different. If you have a closed community, close group of people that would be able to.
It's a bit like what's the thing we got, this TV show. It's going to annoy me. There's a TV show right now that's really popular, and it's and it's set in a castle up in the north of Scotland, and they kill each other off, and because they're in a what's that? Traitors. I don't know.
Yes, I know that. I know that.
It'd be a bit like that, because like, how did they get it so wrong? You know,
that's So that would be that's sort of a different story. So I was wondering if I could use because I love ferries as well. My partner loves ferries a lot, and we love the bridge. We both love the bridge, so it was a lovely day to be up there and have that experience.
It's a shame you're not here till we got you got Orkney, and you got Orkney, Shetland, but you got Orkney and you got Stroma, and they're opening that up. Means I've never been to Stroma, and it's like it's an island, and it's got houses, and they all left in the 60s. Means it's all been left.
Okay,
but I can't wait. That's in the summer. But that's just in Johnny Groats. A ferry across. It's just be a drinking trip.
I was wondering if I could take like a short, like a day trip to Orkney someday here, or maybe one weekend. I've always wanted to do. It has been my dream to do sort of a round trip from some towns or places in Norway, and then go to Iceland, and then to Faroe Islands, and then Shetland, Orkney, Scotland, and then maybe home after that. I don't know. But I'd really like to do that, because I really loved Faroe Islands as well. I've been there a couple of summers, so it's it's beautiful.
It's like even like the west coast of Scotland. It just looks like a biscuit tin. It's got all the mountains and all and then the east coast here, it's all pretty flat. But I think the skies because it's twice I've seen Northern Stars. Never ever seen them in this last 6 weeks. Seen them.
Yeah, but I wasn't aware because I haven't been here in the area before, so I wasn't aware of the sort of the peat, like the yeah.
All right, like cotton peat.
I didn't. I wasn't aware that you have such big area of that, and it was very interesting to read about that as well. So it's, for me, it has been like being here in this area has been like a learning experience because I had no idea.
That's funny because for my birthday I got a little house there, and I got peat, little bits of peat, and I burn it and then stick it in the house, and it smokes. It smells of peat and reminds me of my granny's.
Sure. Yeah, we do have that in Finland as well, but I wasn't aware that it was such a big area of like here.
They're not allowed to cut peat anymore. It's meant to be bad for the environment.
Good for whiskey, but
I say you've been to Old Pulteney up here.
No, I haven't. But my partner said that I should.
Oh, I definitely should. I think it's up here.
He said it.
But stories, because like Wick was a dry town for years. You probably, and then people used to make their own whiskey up in the hills. And they tell you all that stories, and it's quite interesting.
Yeah, I do love whiskey. That's
I wasn't want to ask you, but it's just because like I know with a few of my mates who their parents were maybe like either alcoholics or drug users. They're just not,
they don't use it all.
You understand? We never used to like. I used to have a couple of mates, and they used to come out on a night out, and you never used to push it on them because it's like, what? How there? Do you drink or do you?
Yeah, I do. But for me, it's I think this is an interesting thing to speak, that my mom used to, or at least those people that I know that have problems with alcohol. The problem comes when you start to drink alone. For me, it's social thing. But I don't even remember when I drank something alone at home. It's not something that I don't really. I might take a glass of water at home, but not really drink anything alcoholic. But it's I wrote it in my book as well. So Tuuli, who is a daughter of her mom, and who has the same story than I. So she talks in the book that for her it's a social thing. It's like it's not really a problem, or it's not really, the alcohol is not the way to sort of numb your brain or silence the voices that you might hear. It's more of a social happy thing. That's to drink. So it's so I might have several problems, but alcohol is not one.
That's good. No. I was just wondering because it was just I know with me with drink, like socially, like drink, but I get fear so bad the next day because I feel like I oversay that they probably don't like me. I get really anxious, but I'm bad for drinking alone. I'm bad for sitting in the house and drinking. And just chill and listen to music. But and I'm feeling like, it's just what you said. It's like that's probably the first thing. I feel like I get overwhelmed, and that's like my sort of comfort spot. And like I can sit and drink and listen to music, but I kind of slowly cut it away.
Because I always thought that the problem started when my mom started to when it was a secret. It was when she started to hide the bottles and everything. Then it was a problem because it was not about having fun.
No.
Definitely not about having fun. It was about how to sort of get your mind out of the things that you don't want to listen to, and sort of So that's when it comes a problem.
That's I was saying this in other podcasts. We're on about stuff, and people judging people with either drink or drugs or that. And it's like, there's a reason why. It's always a reason. It's like it's a crutch, I just think it needs to be more support on that. People thinking differently instead of going, he smokes too much weed. And you're like, well, there's a reason why he smokes loads of weed.
People have their reasons.
Definitely. Oh no, it's interesting. Like I'm glad we got something, because I was a bit worried. it's because I couldn't look you up. But you seem just jealous. It's like I knew you for years. It's just that sort of like you just come across really easy to flow with.
That's good. Good. The same. Cheers, thank you.
Anything else you want to speak about before?
Yeah, I think we're done.
We're done. That's good. Oh well, that's another podcast. And thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.